Hey guys, and welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I posted a video, like a year, but you know what? We're gonna post one today. I meant to do this earlier today, but do you ever have one of those things where it's just one thing after another happens and you just can't get to it? So anyway, I'm doing it now. We're gonna talk about this now. We are gonna talk about how to never lose another packet of basil to mold or mildew or disgusting stuff ever again. So if you buy basil at the grocery store in those little packets with, leaves in them on a stem, if you're like me, several times you've gotten it and then, pushed the recipe back a day or two or a week or two, and then by the time you're ready to make the recipe, your basil is not good anymore. It's brown, it's limp, it's got mold on it, it's gross, it's disgusting. So anyway, I have a tip for you that I love now, so that you can always utilize the entire packet of basil, regardless of if you use some of it now or some of it later. If you need literally like a month or so to do it, like this is great. So I just realized that you can see like everything in my kitchen. Hey, I have kids. Nothing says kids like a Magformers refrigerator. Awesome. If you if you need magnet toys and you're don't want little magnets to fall on the ground, Magformers are awesome. They're great. Anyway, so let's say you have a packet of basil that you get from the store, and it's the ones that's on the stem and it has the basil leaves on them. What you do when you get home from the store is you take a glass of water. Let's see, glass, water. Tap water is fine, totally fine. Just fill it up with water, right? So you take a glass of water, and you'll take your basil out of the little package. And usually you have like a stem or two. This is actually a really big stem of basil. It's not always like that, but anyway, so you take your stem of basil. You just want to make sure that it's got like some stem to it. Oops, it can be a lot smaller than that. Anyway, that little leaf just came out. So anyway, you just take that and you put it in the glass of water. And this is the really important part. You want to make sure that you are putting it in a shade, like not in direct sun. If you see here, I have a window. It gets pretty good sun throughout the day. It's pretty late at night. It's like 8:30 and it's still getting some sunlight. This is common. This is why I have two little basil seedlings here, and then a poor sad little basil plant that I'm trying so hard to save. I don't know if it's going to make it. Some of the new leaves look pretty good, but some of the old ones are just real rough. But anyway, so this gets full sunlight, and so plants that are in, basil plants that are in soil are gonna want the full sun. But plants that you are saving for later are gonna wanna be in indirect sunlight. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put it in the water, and it's gonna look great. It's gonna look awesome. And then a couple hours later, it's gonna look horrible. It's gonna be all limp and like dead, and you're gonna be like, holy crap, this was the worst tip ever. She told me the worst thing ever. I didn't, I promise. It's not dead. Give it a couple of hours or even a couple of days. Some plants, I don't know, I've seen different things. But it will perk back up again. And if you need to use it while the leaves are limp, it's totally fine. It doesn't affect the taste at all. But they will perk right back up and it'll be great. And this guy's been in here for probably 2 weeks. You can see the leaves are nice and firm and springy and beautiful. And if you look really closely, it has started to grow roots. So like I said, that guy's been in there about 2 weeks, and that's so maybe like after a week or so you might start to see some propagation, so the roots growing. And the cool thing about it is that if I wanted to, I could go and plant that in the ground and it would start to grow because it has roots now. So this will be good for a little while. You can take off leaves as you go, like I just showed you. This guy fell off. So I'm just gonna stick it in there. I don't know if that's gonna be okay or not, but I'm gonna stick it in the water and we're gonna see. Worst case scenario, we lose a leaf. But either way, we still have all the other ones. So that's a great way. You can just pluck leaves as you need to do it, and you don't have to waste your money on another thing of basil. And if you really want to, you can pluck it into the ground and grow another plant. It also works for basil clippings. Like if you have a plant outside and you're trying to prune it to make the yield get larger. So I try to do it so that I have enough of a stem that I can put into water, and then I'll just end up sticking that right down in there with everybody else. Okay, so I hope you liked the tip. I hope you enjoy your new basil that you'll have forever and ever. If you like the tip, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more tips and tricks that I found out along the way, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you back. So, have a good day, guys. It was good to see you again.